Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, my friends. This is Kevin Lopez. Today, bringing you the chapter Should Wizard Hit Mummy from 12th Standard Vistas. Friends, this is a story about a father narrating short stories to his daughter, Joanne or Joe, father being Jack, about anything. Now, anything here. The simile between anything was, the story contained a character always named Roger. May it be Roger the squirrel, Roger the mouse, Roger the dog, Roger anything, hello. The story here that Jack narrates to Joanne is about a baby skunk named as Roger, who's despised by the thought of all the other animal childs running away from him and not playing with him because of his odor. Remember, a skunk gives out a dirty odor. It happens so that Roger is hurt by the fact of them ill-treating him, not playing with him, and keeping him apart from their company. Thus, Roger meets his old friend, the wise owl, to find a solution. The owl in return sends Roger to the wizard somewhere deep in the forest, where the wizard helps him to achieve a better fragrance and asks for 7 pence. He does not have them. He only has 4. He visits somewhere else, digs in a deep place, gets 3 more, and then gives it to the wizard, and the story goes like that magical thing. And the reality is that Roger Skunk receives a blessing from the wizard and he starts smelling as beautiful roses. Fragrant, scent, perfumed. Everybody seems to be happy with him now. All the animal kids, they start playing with him, they appreciate him now. He's no more into that mode. To his disappointment, when he reaches his home, his mother, the mother skunk, simply asks him, "What is this bad smell coming out of you?" He was taken aback. The smell, the fragrance of roses seemed to be bad smell or an odor to his mother, who rectifies and reacts to the justification that being a skunk, he has to smell like a skunk and not go ahead and impose as if he's something else or someone else. Then she grabs Roger and visits the wizard again, calls him out and hits the wizard with an umbrella, thus annoying him once again. And the wizard here seems a bit taken aback by being hit and goes ahead and returns the same bad odor of Roger, thus giving him back the dirty smell of the skunk once again. This leaves young Joe in a dilemma. She does not want the story to end in this way. Being a young child, friends, now comes the crux of the story. A young kid is usually a kid who has imagination, who starts dreaming. He has got a conscious mind that is building up stories in whatever they hear, they see. Same way Joanne was a girl who picturized whatever she heard from her dad into real happenings. Thus, the ending of the story here does not seem to be justified by this young girl, and she looks forward to have another end. She wants the wizard to punish her, the skunk mother, civilly and chopping off her hands. This really makes Jack feel absurd, because somewhere, if he would end the story in this notion, it would encourage Joanne's habit of despising elders. He finds himself in a dilemma where he has to unjustly, abruptly end the story in a different note which is not appreciable for an adult. But being a kid, young Joanne never thought about the consequences and the societal laws and how the things could be and would be. She simply wanted to have an abrupt ending by mummy getting punished once again. To be noted over here, Jack, during the storytelling, connects himself as the kid in the Roger skunk in his childhood days, and the mother skunk obviously seems to be his own mother, being Joanne's grandma. Thus the idea of someone letting his mother makes Jack feel a bit disturbed that he despises. The story here ends as Claire, Jack's wife and Joanne's mother, who happens to be carrying the third child, the second being Johnny, Claire's brother, trying to emancipate that Jack would hit Joanne, yet being a mature adult, he just shrugs the idea, poor kids, and walks by. So this is what the story here replicates, my friends. This is what we see, that is the difference between a childish mind and an adult mind. It's a perfect combination of the choices that adults have to make, whereas a child does not evaluate the consequences. That's what he is doing over here as well. He just shrugs off the idea by taking her to be a little baby. That's all. Now the question answers is, who is Jo? How does she respond to her father's storytelling? Jo, or Joanne, was a 4-year-old girl who had a habit of listening to stories by her dad on Saturday afternoons especially, and weekends. Yet she had developed a habit of manipulating the stories according to her own wish. And her dad at times was left pragmatic and in a dilemma of ending the story as per her wish. He did not like the idea of always going ahead and congenially ending the story as per Joanne wanted, because at times the end that Joanne sought was unrealistic and unjustificable. He here despises the childish mind that Joanne actually has. So the answer to the question could be, Joanne was a young girl, had a habit of listening stories like a young kid, had a beautiful mind that would explore things around. Whatever was said seemed to be realistic to her. She interpreted the stories according to her wish and requested the end as per her request. So that is what shows us a picture of a young mind. That's what Joanne had. What possible plot line could the story continue with? The possible plot line that the story could continue with was when the mummy hit the wizard and brought Roger back to his place. Eventually the animals accepted Roger as he was and started playing, and Roger too accepted the decision of his mother as a decision taken by adults. That's what every parent does. They do not go ahead and wish anything wrong for the kid. It could have gone in that way, but Joanne wanted the vice versa. What do you think was Joe's problem? Joe wanted to have the story ended in a comfortable mode where the protagonist, Roger Skunk, feels happy. The simile between both is they both are young minds, aspirations of things going right in their own ways, not letting others indulge in the facts, thus letting Mother Skunk being punished and emancipating the feeling of Roger of getting a fragrance. Jo's problem was she did not accept readily the fact that adults as parents choose for the kids. She did not accept the idea of a mother getting back the same old order for her baby being realistic. Joe lived in a world of fantasies that usually young kids stay, my friends. Give them a superstar, it is a big boom for them. May it be Chota Bheem, may it be Shin Chan, may it be Doraemon, or the Avengers, as in some adults as well. That's what the main problem was. She believed in a world of fantasy and encouraged her young mind to deepen herself in that world of fantasy and not allow the realistic societal laws overcome her beautiful mind. What is the moral issue that the story raises? The moral issue here the story raises is, should young children despise the decisions taken by the adults? A human mind is magical. A child's mind is nostalgic. Children, my friend, believe in purity. They take the world as it comes to them. They're curious. But things going according to their way is of uttermost importance. They look forward to get the things enlisted in their manner, my friends. Children don't calculate. They just live it. They don't go ahead and calibrate the consequences, the outcomes, the thoughts. It's very simple for them. Outcome thought by them is outcome that should be. A child's mind is a beautiful mind. As I said, it does not evaluate, it does not think about the consequences. The moral of the story here goes as young children should be able to respect the decisions taken by elders in order to gain the respect and betterment of themselves. Jack here, as a father, wanted the young daughter, Joanne, to learn a fact of accepting the decisions taken by the parents. That's what the moral here lies, whereas Joe took the things in the other way. How does Joe want the story to end and why? Joe, being a child, lives in a love for fantasy. She liked the idea of Roger skunk getting beautiful fragrance. She despises the mother skunk going ahead and hitting the wizard. She also wants the wizard to hit her back in a bad way so that the Roger skunk retains his fragrance. Why does Jack insist that it was the wizard that was hit and not the mother? Jack, being a son himself, related the story to his own childhood, and his mother despised the idea of his mother being hit by anyone. Thus, he did not like the idea of the wizard hitting the mummy. Rather, he instigated and insisted on the fact of the wizard getting a punishment by the mother, and thus ending the story, my friends. What makes Jack feel caught in an ugly middle position? Yes, Jack encompasses a dilemma. On the other hand, he has a young 4-year-old beautiful mind, evaluating things as per her needs, her requests, her beliefs. On the contrast, the pragmatic relations, the respect of elders, the aura of societal laws, everything comes up overwhelming him with a dilemma of believing him in the young girl or following what has been taught to him, what has been encompassed, instilled, impregnated in his mind throughout his life. What is your stance regarding the two endings of Roger's story? Friends, this is a question that I would leave on your suggestion because it requires two stances where you can either correlate the story with Joe's mindset, or you can respect the elders and keep the punishment that Mother Skunk gave to the wizard. It's totally pragmatic and dilemmatic, my friends. So I request you to go ahead and evaluate the answers. If you need any help, you can just comment us below and we would be glad to help you on this one, my friends. So this was the chapter, Should Wizard Hit Mummy, from 12th standard Vistas book belonging to NCERT syllabus, thus completing my book Vistas on 12th class English literature. Friends, I have completed Flamingo, I have completed 11th class snapshots. We have gone ahead and provided you various literature lessons from standard 6th to 12th. Today in the series we have just completed the 12th standard book Vistas, thus offering you one more chance to understand English literature with help of personal tutors. If you have any more questions, queries or any requirements, please do comment below. We would be glad to help you. If you want to know something more about us, please press the button about us, and I request you to subscribe our channel for daily updates. We have reached a good number of subscribers and are receiving overwhelming response, my friends. So today this is Kevin Lopez thanking you once again from Personal Tutors. See you soon.